Okay, enough futzing with the sound. If you can hear the fans, well, that's the price we pay. It's Monday. It's unbelievably warm outside and in. And, my brain is not fully functional. So instead of launching into something new right away, we're gonna warm up. I'm gonna do some inking to warm up. I recognize this is not exciting and new, but my brain is melting out its ears. My ears, see that's what I mean. My brain is melting out its ears. My brain, nope. Anyway, let's just say I haven't done anything yet today. And I need to get myself started. In the US, today is a holiday. Labor Day. Haha, Figment's made. Perhaps time to cool off, not warm up. I would love that, but I don't have any air conditioning. So, the best I can do is sit still and try to ignore the temperature in the room. Hello, Michi UK. So just to sort of get my brain going, we'll talk, and I'll ink. See, look how many times I've undone that line. That's a bad sign, friends. That's a sign of an artist who is not working at peak capacity. Undo is a crutch. It's a good thing to have, but you shouldn't. That was probably an okay line. But you shouldn't use it over and over again. It means that you're not making good choices on your first try. Auntie Shepherd, yeah, I should have made iced tea, but I'm a little bit of the mind of for example, the folks in Turkey. I just drink hot tea all of the time, even when it's burning hot out. But I think I do need iced something at this point. Reaching the point of just needing something to cool off with, really. Also, cold water from the shower poured over your head is really helpful, but only while you're in there. Our craft. You could have slept. It's okay. As someone who routinely tries to sleep more than 8 hours a night, I support anyone who's like, what I really want to do is sleep. Nothing wrong with that. We don't want you to have any regrets, our craft. You can always go back to bed afterwards, I assume. I hope. Thanks everybody who joined me for Saturday's game stream. Tea After Dark, my fanciful name for making you listen to me shout things at Bloodborne. Having you there helps. to shout things about the game at real people. Makes me feel, I don't know, better about it, I guess. Thankfully, I did not disgrace my ancestors, and I did a decent job playing. Beat a boss and got to another boss. I'm glad it was fun. Figment's made. Mostly what I want to do is talk to you during that time when I'm running from the lantern to the boss. You know, when I was like running past saying things like, hello swamp friends, goodbye swamp friends. I need something to make those bits of the game something other than just pure drudgery. Like, there's no point in making me run that far, knowing that I'm just gonna run past every enemy. Because I don't care anymore, because I've already killed them all and I don't need to engage them again, and I'm just trying to beat one boss. Auntie Shepherd, in all caps, says, what was with the brain sucker? Yeah, that was, ooh, that was some real horror there. Still fully divided on whether it was better or worse than the giant fly people who land on your head. What's especially annoying about the brain sucker is that after failing to murder it multiple times, it just took 3 Molotov cocktails, and then it was dead from a distance without ever touching it. I feel like this pin is now a Kraken eye. I've been thinking that it looked like an eye the whole time, and I'm making it a fact. Brainsucker was worse. Auntie Shepherd was worse. It was worse than everything ever. Because the insects made a noise like sort of like tinnitus as they chewed on your face and try to drive you insane. So there's that. Yeah, that was, so if you missed it, that was a review. That was a review of Saturday's Bloodborne stream. Not suitable for children. This Saturday, we will either go to Walden or back to Bloodborne. It will depend. But we will have another stream at 4 p.m. If it's Bloodborne, we will be playing the boss battle against Rom, the spider. So if you don't like spiders, what I will do is I will tweet when we have defeated Rom. So that if you want to tune in after that fact, you can. Because I think after that we're going to go to a horrible dungeon filled with things that aren't spiders. Arcraft, who knows what exists in this game? Is any of it even meant to be real? Who knows? No problem, Figment's made. I don't want anyone with arachnophobia to have to watch that whole section. The problem is I can't tell you how long it will take me to beat the boss, and we might just spend a full hour trying over and over again. So, who knows what will happen? It's a translation of whatever they're called in Enochian or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for indulging my love-hate relationship Bloodborne. I really enjoy the combat gameplay, and I really hate the repetition. The repetition is what ruined, well, okay, so I tried playing Dark Souls 3 to be specific, because shiny graphics, and it was on sale. And in that one I hated the repetition, and I kind of also hated the gameplay. So at a certain point, I gave up. Because, don't do things you don't enjoy in your free time. Is the rule. Things you don't enjoy are for chores and work, not for video games. And people will tell, like, people are especially weird about Bloodborne. Like, they'll be like, it's supposed to be hard. You get good, and just, but I don't want to. I don't want to put in the time to get good. I don't enjoy it enough. I see no reason to bother. Anti-Shepherd, right? Maybe the game should get good. And the thing that frustrates me is that one thing that I really dislike, the repetition. The, like, checkpoint and then having to go through the same section of the game over and over and over again. That's become quite a popular mechanic to sort of arbitrarily harden games. And I just don't see the point. Like, once I've solved a puzzle or gone through a section of the game, I don't really feel the desire to go back and do it 8 times, because after it is something hard. Or because I was an idiot and fell off of something. Just, it doesn't increase my enjoyment of the game. Auntie Shepherd is correct. I think I think it's because it cheaply and easily lengthens playtime. And yes, I think that is largely the reason it has become popular. But I don't approve. Oh, Music Bot wants gin. Yes, Auntie Shepherd. Music Bot wants gin. By the way, I recognize that my idea of what constitutes a family-friendly stream is weird and possibly slightly arbitrary, because we have been doing gin reviews every stream for quite some time now, and we talk about things like entrails, but I don't curse, and we try and keep things not that explicit, so I don't. Friendly for my family, I guess. Entrails are family friendly, Auntie Shepherd. Yeah, well, how do we put it before? We're family friendly, but we're like a family on a working farm. We're family friendly. In a family where the preteens have to pluck the chickens. Yeah, that's... Kids love innards. Ooh, our craft. We have 3 choices of gin. We have Ursel Heritage and Ursel Golden Oak and, in quotes, the Illusionist. Please tell me... Okay, I want to hear about the Illusionist. But that is not fair of me because I already Googled all of Ursel's gins. When I believe it was Dark Forest came up. Thing was made. Yeah, we're working farm and makers of fine gin. That's us. That's the vibe our stream is going for. Family friendly, but like family friendly in a working farm kind of way. So we have a vote for Golden Oak. I vote for the Illusionist. Chat, holler if you have preferences for gin review. I may have already looked at all the Ursel gin, so technically I'm ahead of the curve. But I mean, we'll get to the all of them, I'm sure. Auntie a Shepherd says family friendly in a 1980s being scarred for life builds character kind of way. Yeah, let's like family friendly, but like, I don't know, during the Depression. That's where we are now in vibe. Not quite family friendly in like the Grapes of Wrath, but you know. Anyway, the point is we're still family friendly. If I had kids, I'd let them watch. I don't though, so there's that. But you know, hey. So basically what I'm saying is that the only difference between my family friendly and unfamily friendly streams is the number of times I swear loudly and violently. That's basically the difference. Also, Bloodborne is pretty much a Lovecraft horror game, so it's probably not suitable for people who don't like horror. Oh no, Michi UK says, I saw John Barrowman at a con last year, and first up he tells the audience, if you've brought your kids in here, that's on you, not my problem. Have fun explaining all the things I said on the way home. Oh dear. And Auntie Shepherd says, my granddaddy swore a lot. We are possibly more family friendly than my actual family. Music bot's like, move on. Bloodborne was Saturday. It's Monday stream now. Talk about art. All right, let's do the Illusionist Djinn. Excellent artcraft. Ah, good. I did tweet. I had a moment where I thought I'd done that thing where I had written up a tweet to say that I was streaming and then just not hit send. Just left it there. Open. Oops. Too many undos. Love for John Behrman in chat. He does seem like he would be a delightful presenter in person. I feel like the reason I keep talking about Saturday's stream is that like nothing has happened since then. It's been 2 days. It's been like 90 degrees inside, and I've been reading novellas that I've been buying on Amazon on a whim, because that feels like all that I have the energy to do when it's that warm. Although I did make the pancakes I described on Saturday, and the internet told me that I've been making pancakes wrong my whole life, and the internet was right, and I'm a little mad about it. It turns out, just so that you all know the pancake trauma that I've experienced, you don't have to put butter in your pancakes. It's either in the pancakes or in the frying pan, not both. The joy of cooking lied to me, and I'm deeply wounded. Oh, right, a Munich Djinn. The Illusionist is a Djinn made in Munich. A place that I have been and quite enjoyed. Even if a poor American tourist kept asking me if I spoke English, as if they were going to ask directions, and then I had to disappoint them deeply by saying, yes, but I can't help you. Right? Get to Know Nature says, wait, what? This is new pancake information for me. Yes! It turns out the butter does not have to go into the pancakes. And on the frying pan, it's either or it could be both. I've been doing both, but I feel like doing both made my pancakes less fluffy. So I used a full new recipe with no butter in it this last time, and they were much, much fluffier and more delicious, and I feel betrayed by the joy of cooking. Ooh, the Illusionist comes in an opaque bottle and claims to be blue? Well, well. Hello, Otenshi3. So the pancake recipe that I now use is just a 1:1:1 ratio, where it's the same quantity of eggs, flour, and milk. I use a scale because I have a scale. And then I don't add butter, and then I add however much baking powder I feel it needs. And some sugar. And it turned out really well. Possibly I would have thought the same thing even if I hadn't also made whipped lemon, mascarpone cheese, and rhubarb jam to go on it. That certainly helped. Oh yeah, now that I've rotated the can, jellyfish friend is sliding down a wall. Oh, Flump. Flump is my mascot for today. That's how I feel. I feel like a jellyfish puddled on a beach. Yeah, Auntie Shepherd says that they mix the batter and then let it rest, which lets the gluten develop which lets a little gluten develop, which I've heard that as a suggestion as well. Flump looks like a fried egg. Yeah, kinda like a fried egg. I wasn't. You know, I'm gonna have to ink this. How am I gonna? No, it needs to be more impact, I think. Like a punch noise in a comic book. There we go. Excellent. A seagull. Ah, yes. And then this fellow. Haha, yeah, I wondered about that. Auntie Shepherd says I must have been dozing off to let you have that blank eye. Yeah, I definitely just left that like that. And was not chastised. I did not let the pancakes rest this time because it was quite warm, and I was a little worried. That might be a problem, since I had whipped the egg whites and then folded them in. I was somewhat concerned with the possibility. mean, recipes are for baking. Cooking, you just wing it. Some oil, some spices, some things in a frying pan. Cooking. Obviously. I promise that before the end of the stream, we will do some new content. But, I mean, it is Monday Workday. It is kind of just a stream of me doing what needs to be done. That's the plan anyway, so this is a thing that needs doing. It fits the criteria. Oh, Auntie Shepherd, hardcore, being hardcore Southern. Saying they usually get enough flour out, then add fat and milk until it's right. Alright, the illusionist gin. The botanicals include citral zests, a hint of licorice root, mace, and explained for those of you who don't know what mace is. And by the way, you're missing out. Mace is a delicious spice. Mace is the fleshy bit around the nutmeg seed. It comes in like a little hole-looking thing. 10 unnamed secret botanicals, and what they describe as the femme fatale of the Far East. A mysterious blue flower that they claim gives it the blue color. That feels like a lie. But maybe not. Citrus zest. That's a thing. Yes. Usually I would have parsed that typo, but I don't know what weird blue gin is gonna make up. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust it to not introduce me to new things. Much like our great adventure into the land of jungle pepper. Auntie Shepherd, by the way, previously said, "Hey Sarah, you know what else needs doing?" And I was not going to engage with it. I was like, no, I have no idea. We're just going to talk about gin. Why would you say that? No idea what else needs doing. Can't imagine. And I knew here's the worst part, is that I knew that's what you were going to say. Auntie Shepherd says, entrails, Sarah, entrails need doing. And I do. I knew that was what you were going to answer. And for some reason, I let it happen. For some reason, I engaged anyway. I forgot how much that I love this silly outfit that I have put on this rook. It's so good. So glad I found that silly illustration example to intrigue me. It does look very autumnal, Michiike. It's got a sort of I guess we should figure out what patterns I'm actually putting on things. I will leave it. We'll leave it till later. Well, Figment's Maid investigating the blue gin. Says the internet says that butterfly pea flower dyes drinks blue. We'll get you yet, the illusionist gin. Oh, it does have a pale blue, slightly lavender color. That's actually nicer than I was expecting, because a pale blue, slightly lavender color implies that it is actually from a botanical and not from a blue dye number 25 or whatever. You know. That it's that's less of a gimmick. So that's actually made me more impressed rather than less impressed. Oh, too many undos again. So Friday, I think we're gonna do pottery, and I have a great plan. If the weather obliges, if it cools off enough that I can do prep, I have a great plan. Before we link to the gin, friends, there is a spider on the label of Illusionist Gin. If still images of spiders are as unappealing to you as actual spiders and moving spiders, animated spiders, etc., be mindful. Of what you're getting into. Oh, such excellent sleeves. And I realize we will not be able to cover and warn sort of all phobias, but I do want to try and make sure that we warn about the particularly common ones, especially arachnophobia. Lots of folks have that and deserve to be prepared for what they're getting into. It's not my job to force you to challenge your fears. That's a thing that everyone should do on their own terms. What I'm actually surprised about is that I'm surprised the spiders have not come up more often. I'm actually quite fond of spiders. I'm surprised that I haven't considered doing one on a whim and had to ask on the fly if anyone minded. But somehow it's never come up. Ah, the heat is getting to my computer, I think. Pen input starting to lag just slightly. You can do it. Brand new laptop. Promise I won't make fun of your operating system. Computer does want some iced tea, or just like a fan pointed directly at it. I have a fan, but it's sort of a rotating fan, and to be honest, it's pointed at me because screw you, computer. I want a fan. But as previously mentioned, today is a holiday here in the US, so I don't have to do any, well, much. I have to do a little bit of client work after this, but not much. So it doesn't have to, and I can do it later after dark, so the computer doesn't have to work hard after this. After this, it's free. Oh, it has fans already. That's, oh. My computer's so proud. It's true. It's not, but laptops are not great at cooling themselves. Oh, Tenchi 3. It's like in the case. I'm like, yeah, I know. Let me have my silly joke. Let me make my pun. The smell and taste are quite stringent. Is maybe the word that Artcraft is looking for? Auntie Shepherd says, oh, they only ship the Illusionist within Germany. Yes, that has been the problem we have been running into. I would like all of the Ursel gins, frankly, but I can't have them. Oh, Tenchi 3. Technically, I mean, you have, technically. It's part of every stream. Ooh, I forgot Ursulgen has a tasting set. Oh, I wonder if the California kelp gin comes in a tiny bottle. If there's like a small, not dangerous shipping container, I can send it in. Return the favor. I can send Artcraft some kelp gin. Which I think I found during one of Honeycomb's streams. So I think probably I did not talk about it here. Maybe I brought it up. Oh, Auntie Shepherd. Kelp, hang on. I have to. It's thanks to a dude named Simon who left a review. Devmo. It's Grey Whale Gin. It's available from Bevmo, which is the Western United States sort of chain provider of liquor. And just let it load here a second. I will read you. Bless whoever Simon is. I will read you Simon's perfect review. Perfect review of Grey Whale Gin, which I've never had, but now I want. It was made 10 months ago by whoever Simon is. And Simon says, take your senses back to the last time you visited the Pacific West Coast. That smell. Not the ozone, the juniper, the fir trees. The slightly rank smell of rotting kelp. Purify it. Focus on the underlying sweetness. It's that. but in a good way, in a bottle. Oh, Tenchi 3 has looked up some customs things. In the United States, customs regulations state that adults over age 21 may bring 1 liter of alcoholic beverage into the U.S. duty-free. Anyway, that's the review that firmly sold me on Grey Whale Gin as a thing that I needed to know about. I need to try it now. And at some point, I'll get it. At some point, I'll get it from a nearby Bevmo and find out. Yes, Artcraft is glorious, and I can't buy it. Yeah, that's what we'll just have to trade. We'll have to figure out a way to trade weird local gin. Auntie Shepherd says that review does not make me want to drink kelp gin, but I would read about our craft drinking it. See, that's fine. There's just, I don't know. It's the idea that you would write a review that invokes the term rotting kelp, and then be like, but in a good way, it reminds me of me trying to describe the flavor of pu'er tea to my mom. And describe why I liked it. And I was like, it tastes sort of like the forest in like a damp fall smells. Mom was like, that does not make me want to drink it. And that was a fair response. But pu'er tea is great. So is gin. Doing some details on swords because it is swordtember. Oh, let's see. How did I... Alright, this is this angle. Yes. I had no idea there was a whiskey season, Auntie Shepherd. Arcraft brings up an excellent point, which is tend to drink gin sort of in bursts because otherwise the tonic water goes flat. That's true. If you've got a liter of tonic water, you're going to have to use it. Once you open it, it will eventually go flat. Poor Artcraft. It's been accidentally co-opted. I should just start saying at the end of stream, and I have a Ko-fi, and all of the proceeds that you donate to it are for our craft to buy gin. Because we've made such demands. Michi K says the great thing about this rook is that even with that glorious, ridiculous robe, he still looks badass. Yeah, that's it. Like there's something about him. It's like he's in the most hilarious outfit, but you're pretty sure he could kill you. It's just how it is. Auntie Shepherd explains. Gin and tonic is for summer and whiskey is for fall and winter. Fair enough. I think I'm tempted to actually do that. I'm tempted to actually start pointing out that you can tip our crafts gin reviews at my Ko-fi. Ko-fi. I know, coffee. I don't know. Ko-fi. Remember the days when I complained about the name of that thing. Complained about it so much I just started a Patreon instead. Figments made the internet causing drinking problems since the beginning. Ah, yes. Oh, I've done this backwards. I have realized now. Too late. Have I noticed? Did I reverse the angle of the sword? That's fine. No, erase. Thank you. Just saving, because I realized I hadn't been. That would be sad. Bird feats. Rook feats, let's see. Interesting. So I'm feeling like this gin is not getting a great review. The Illusionist is we're onto the tasting of the gin, and I must say that it says the taste is definitely on the bitter side, but not overwhelmingly so, and it is sort of sharp. It does have a not entirely pleasant aftertaste when sipped neat, and I've got to say that not entirely pleasant aftertaste is not a thing I look for in a drink. Hello, they might be scientists. We have been reviewing the Illusionist gin, and it sounds like it sounds like it's not as good. It sounds like potentially it's not one of our better gins. Wow, Kafkaesque paperwork, they might be scientists. That's quite the vivid description. possible reason why the gin is called the Illusionist is that when you add tonic, it turns a lovely purplish pink color. So it sounds to me like they've made the classic mistake of being enthused by a cool thing they could do and forgetting that it also had to taste good. Seems to me. Application. Is it grant application they might be scientists? Are you in grant application writing? Purgatory? They might be scientists sums it up perfectly by saying, ah, so this is the Instagram cake of gin. Yeah. Arcraft saying maybe I'm describing it poorly. It doesn't taste bad. Ooh, butterfly pea flower tea, commonly known as blue tea, is a caffeine-free herbal tea or tisane beverage made from a decoction or infusion of the whole flower petals or even the whole flower of the butterfly pea flower or Clitoria ternatia plant. Ah, the color changing thing is the butterfly pea flower reacting to the changes in pH. Well, we've learned a thing. Science! So Arcraft describing it as having a not entirely pleasant aftertaste, but then saying it does not taste bad. Tea is always up my alley. But I would probably mix it with a green tea or a white tea because I like the actual tea plant tea best myself. And I prefer to use herbals for flavoring. Oh, what do we got? This does the same thing and tastes good, says they might be scientists. Color change is gradual and very cool looking. All right, I'm gonna check this link because I don't think it has a spider on the label. It doesn't. It has an orange. It's very confusing. It's nice. Dobson's Distillery. Sweet PG. Oh yeah, it's like purple. Yeah, color changing fun and adventure. Why that's open twice now on my screen, I don't know. That's fine. There we go. Oh no. We've found our gin handoff. It's Switzerland 2021. You can make color blends. Well. Oh my gosh, you can! Saffron turns it green, and lime turns it purple. Well. Well, there's a thing to play with. Good evening, Black Wolf Frost. Yes, Auntie Shepherd. I know. I know. I felt the same way reading it out loud, but I am a professional. Oh, now we're planning a food tour of Germany. Oh no. Might be scientist is allergic to Swiss cheese. And all of its relatives. Switzerland will poison you. So tragic. Well, I've learned about a new thing. Now I'm gonna have to have some fun with purple tea. Ooh, I wonder if it could be used to like infuse butter for cookies and stuff. So many possibilities. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was a thing you could be allergic to. They might be scientists. Specifically, they might be scientists is allergic to the Propionibacter spp used to make cheese. I'm deeply saddened to discover this, because cheese is delicious. I might be scientist. I also want to know if you make tea shortbread with said tea, would it be blue? What I would do is I would infuse butter with the tea, and then I would add ground up Earl Grey, so that it would be like a little bit of bergamot oil in there, and then find out if it came out colored. That's fair. Sheep, as long as you can eat sheep and goat cheese. Ah, they might be scientists. Yes, if you've got a really good tea shortbread recipe, DM me. I've got an excellent sort of tea cookie recipe. It's like a little sugar cookie. It's a really good cookie for tea parties, for example. All right, we're gonna do patterns. That's what we were gonna do. That's why I stopped and stared. Yes. Decorative patterns. Black Wolf Frost says, I want fresh baked bread. Well, now I do too. Oh, it's tea infused almond butter cake. Well, in that case, no, yes, I still want the recipe. So, no, screw your cake. Only shortbread, no cake. My cookie recipe is one that I found on the internet and then changed dramatically because I felt the internet was doing it wrong. These things happen. The internet does sometimes do things wrong. And I felt I had a better idea. I stand by that. I feel I was correct, that I did have a better idea. They're also quite easy to make gluten-free, since they're mostly the sort of crisp, small butter cookies. Which is always good for the folks who cannot gluten. Okay. Trying to make these match, which is a challenge, since of course I didn't really think about that when I started. It's fine. See, totally fine. All right. The Illusionist Gin Conclusion. Neat, the gin is quite an experience. With added tonic water, it is a fine gin with a neat gimmick. Still definitely on the bitter side, so only worth it if you're into that sort of thing. So potentially good for mixed drinks, it sounds like, where you're adding some flavor that'll help balance out the bitterness. But the fun gimmick will add a lot of effect. I'm not going to read it because it's a solid paragraph of text with a lot of gallon measurements in it, but Black Wolf Frost has rearranged all of their fish tanks. It sounds like quite a job. And Get to Know Nature, enabling, saying, sounds like you need some more fish now that you got those free tanks. All right. One more. We gotta... Oh, let's see. Let's go. Just like half of one of these. You know, so they match. Because your swords match your belt, right? That's normal. Excellent. I think that he needs some of the some of our friend Rough Dry Fun Pig. Something to highlight some of these shapes. Arcraft says rightly about the patterns on the swords and the belt. If you're a bard, they do. And yeah, that is correct. So it's starting to look like what we're doing today is this. I hope that's okay. I had another plan to do some new stuff, but it's just so hot. And the new stuff is all thinking, planning, being clever stuff. And I'm not feeling clever. As opposed to amateur catfish. Aha, aha. Hold on, So what I'm hearing, Black Wolf Frost is telling us about their fish. Which are 2 male betas, 8 female betas, 12 pro catfish, 16 corridoras spread into these tanks, and that does not include snails. And then Black Wolf Frost admits they started keeping fish in May. And I gotta say, as pandemic hobbies go, this one may be a bit expensive. At a certain point, you may have to rein it in. I mean, I support the choice of new hobbies. I used to keep beta before I moved here, but I know we're all bored inside. Possibly the solution is not more fish, even if it seems like it is now. Although maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, MusicBot, kill your darlings. MusicBot agrees with me, but in like a eat the beta kind of way. I don't know. It's not. I have concerns. I actually think I remember when you started the fish Black Wolf Frost, because I believe in honor of it I sculpted that beta that is not fired, or that's bisque fired but not glazed yet. Largely because I haven't figured out how to what to prop it on, how to glaze it and fire it without it sticking to anything, because the hole is quite small and just in the fin, and I did not plan ahead really. So, oops, my fault, but I'll figure it out. Oh no, Auntie Shepherd got kicked out of the stream. We've been talking about Black Wolf Frost's fish. Did MusicBot kick you out of the stream? Did say kill your darlings. Getting a little aggressive. Ah, Odin the beta yet lives. Excellent. I'm actually quite proud of that beta. It's one of my favorite little sculptures. That does not work. Eh. Tis fine. I'll tidy this up in a second. There we go. Nicodemus the Nimble, I believe was the name. Yes, Nicodemus the Nimble. A very good bird. And then this one. Got this this osprey here. I forgot how mad he looked. Oh, drifting in uncharted waters sounds cooler than it is in my house. Nice sea breeze. Mitchie UK's favorite is the osprey. Is it the goggles? Have a good night, Auntie Shepherd. Okay, right, there was a noseband. Chin strap so the goggles don't fall off. Because, you know, that's important. And then there's our sort of harness straps going on here. This way. And our classy vest. Goggles are so very good, says Penguin's Maid. We did not name the osprey Mitchie UK. We named the rook and the jellyfish. That was all of the naming we did. We can certainly name the osprey now. feels like it's something that ends in the bold to me. No idea what you're talking about, Mitchie UK, so it does not make sense to at least this one non-UK person. Which is fine. But Lexington. Lexington's a good call. Biggles is a fictional pilot and hero of a series of books very popular in the early part of the 20th century. Think British stiff upper lip type crossed with Errol Flynn, of course. I can picture it, in fact. Boy's own hero stuff, yes. I can picture the content. Very heroic. And improbable. And improbably heroic. Having trouble with this line. Possibly. It's because I didn't do that line well enough. Let's... What did you do? There we go. Fixed. Ooh, Orville, the Wright brothers, Orville, the Ospreys. We've got Lexington, I guess, Woodstock, and Orville. The problem is that when I hear Orville, I think of the Orville Redenbacher popcorn brand. Which is a very US thing. And it's a kindly old man on the label. Oh, see you later, Black Wolf Frost. Thanks for stopping in for a bit. Some good talents here. Just gotta make sure the scope of the talons is clear. Orlando. So we got Lexington, Orville, Orlando. Oh, Grissom. Some good suggestions. Hernando the heroic. So let's see, we got Orlando the bold or brave. Orville the osprey. Lexington, just Lexington. Probably has a surname like Duke of Devon or something. Hernando the Orpheus. Orpheus is Orpheus is kind of a bard name though, isn't it? I mean, not to pigeonhole, but Orpheus is like the most famous bard of all time. Arcraft, it could be anything. I think I said the bold, but it could be, you know. The brave. The heroic. The strong. Sebastian the Strong. That's Bernard the Bold, Sebastian the Strong. Those are both strong contenders. Good contenders. Sorry, let's not overuse the word strong. So zoom out and gaze upon him for a minute. Consider our options. I mean, his sword is quite large. But he also flies with it, which is quite the choice, really. Ah, Brunhilde the Bold. It's true. Could be. Could be a Brunhilde. Osprey do not have gender dimorphism in their plumage as far as I know. So we really have no way to know if this is a Sebastian or a Brunhilde. I don't believe they do have any dimorphism. Not that I know of, not that I've ever noticed. Not that I've, you know, spent significant amounts of time gazing upon Osprey. But we do have a lot of local nests with a lot of live cams set up. On bridges and buildings and such. There's a nest on the Bay Bridge. And there's one somewhere, I think at the university? Tower, bell tower maybe. As long as the plumage is basically the same, then there's nothing to say that this is not a lady. Since there's no other osprey in the image, you have no idea how large or not this individual osprey is. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Come back. Oh. Cherry and pomegranate soda is today's non-alcoholic beverage in the Rcraft drink blog that accompanies these streams. How does cherry and how do cherry and pomegranate taste when combined? It sounds like an odd combination. Brand is Proviant Shorels. Wait, is it Shorelay? I feel like because it's Egon Sheila. So is it Proviant Shorelay? SCHORLE. So that someone later can know which one of those pronunciations that I've said is correct. Okay. Giant sword. I think I'm not gonna do the markings in black because I think I'd rather let folks color that in. But I will give it a little bit of depth there. There we go. Ah, it means any drink. Shorlo means any drink diluted with water, usually carbonated water. Aha! Well, learned something new. Hooray! We have inked a thing. We've finished. We've finished inking all of the things. All spray. Rook. Rook and gull. Osprey, all set. So we've wrapped that up. Gilbert the gull. Are we just alliterating? Is that the plan? Flump and Gilbert. I mean that's Gilbert and Sullivan. Gilbert the gull. Well. Then our jellyfish friend. I think the rook may be my favorite just because of his silly outfit. But Flump is pretty popular. Alliteration is about all I can cope with at 3 AM, says Mitchie UK. Fair enough. Well. We're 6:48. And the sun is at last below the horizon, meaning that it will ideally start cooling off in here. Pretty much accomplished our goals. In that I decided I was going to ink these, and now I have. Leave the Osprey on screen. I've done nothing of the other things that I thought I might do today, but that's fine. Ah, an artisanal soda is what our craft is describing. Yeah, that seems right. That seems like the right phrase. Artisanal soda by a small manufacturer from organic ingredients without additives. Cherry and pomegranate artisanal soda. That sounds nice. So right now I'm leaning towards Sebastian for the Osprey. Just because I like the name Sebastian. And I have a giant sword ring to it for some reason. Not sure why. Sebastian just sounds like he should have a giant sword, but... Although Brunhilde is a close second, because... Brunhilde. Also, sounds like she should have a giant sword. And sounds intimidating. You know what? Let's do an experiment. While we're here in the last little bit before I wrap up, and I've finished what I need to finish, let's, uh-oh. I've opened up mod view. It may have been a mistake. Well, you're gone. All the chats are gone now because I changed the view. Great. I want to try and make a poll. Here's why I opened this view. And I don't know how. Edit mod view. Other chat. This feels like it should have the power to do what I want. I don't know what we're, Arcraft, I don't know what you're replying to, because apparently I lost the chat trying to make a, poll. I just want to make a poll. And I don't know how. Nope. Yeah, I have a mod so I don't have a mod so I don't have to learn how to do these things. Okay. Do. Right. Name more mods for redundancy. Yeah. Oh dear. I've popped out chat, which means all of your messages have disappeared again. Put you back. There we go. Well, failing to figure this out. Oh, it's not worth it. It's just between Sebastian and Brunhilde. I could just make you say it out loud in chat. I just thought I should learn something. Figment's Mate has posted instructions. The problem is I don't know where the community menu from the main menu is. In fact. I have no idea where any of these things are. So just shout it out in chat, and I'll figure it out some other time. Sebastian or Brunhilde. I've got channel actions, users in chat. Have a good week, they might be scientists. Yeah, we don't have a lot of lady birds, do we? Those male birds, so much more impressively plumaged. So it looks like we're getting a pretty solid run of Sebastians here. Looks like Sebastian, the sword wielding osprey, Sebastian the Strong, Sebastian the Brave, Sebastian the Bold. I'll just make a note here in the sketch layer. Sebastian. Excellent. Now everybody has names. Because we just named the gull Gilbert. I don't know, I didn't even ask for a poll or ask for anyone else's opinion. I was like, Gilbert, that's good. We're going with it. The gull is Gilbert. Gilbert and Flump. Because Gilbert and Flump just sounds fun. It's Gilbert and Flump. And Sebastian and Nicodemus. Our craft pomegranates are a little bit sour, but like dry sour. They're an interesting flavor. Oops. No. Whatever you are mad about. Sorry. Good. Ah, that fit. Yeah, so it's like a sour but a dry sour. Well. We've wasted enough time trying to watch me learn. Oh, you know what? It still says tea after dark, and it still implies that I'm playing Bloodborne. No wonder. Let's fix that at the end here. Oh dear. Stream's been a lie the whole time. I really need to remember to update those things. Really, really must stop lying to my viewers. Did not even notice. Well. On that note, I think we're just gonna wrap up. I'm gonna take a cold shower. And then try and figure out how to have dinner without turning on the stove. It's my plan. Trying to stay cool. Possibly the temperature will go down and the air will be slightly less toxic. And I will open some windows and doors. I will see you all for Friday tea time on Friday, where I think we'll do some pottery. I'm not going to commit to it fully because a lot of it depends on whether this weather stops. Because I need to pre-prepare this pottery. Because it's swordtember, so it has to be swordtember related. So I need to do some prep work. And I can only do prep work if it's not going to be ungodly hot in my studio, because then it'll be too dry to use. Hope everyone enjoyed some chill inking today. If you want, you can tip our craft on Ko-fi for gin reviews. I promise I'll send the tips their way. And I have a Patreon if you would like to join. For $2 you can get all of these birds we've just finished as coloring pages to print and color at your leisure in high resolution images. For $5 you get that, plus you get sketch requests, which means you can just demand that I draw more birds with swords whenever you want. And for $10 you can join the level that gets quarterly prints in the actual mail. The next quarterly print will be a special Halloween print that will go out for the end of October with some fun surprises in it. So now's the time to get in on that. Our craft, you could set up a Ko-fi thing yourself, but for now there's a link to mine underneath Twitch, and no one ever uses it, so if you use it now, I will assume you meant it to go to our craft's exquisite weekly gin reviews. I mean, someone's got to pay for all this gin. Am I right? Of course. I've got to work on my wrap-up. Because now I'm just drifting away. Anyway, self-promotion. Done. Check. Excellent. Good work. Everyone knows about all of the things. Hooray! Till Friday. I'll see you on Twitter. Be well and be safe. Thanks for joining me on this very hot Monday. Thanks for naming some birds with me. Take care. And have a good week, everyone. Bye.